you. Thank you for being here. To each one, and to the one in each one, thank you so much. Our humble animal and nature assisted awakening gathering today feels so auspicious because you are here. At this time, at this highly alchemical, auspicious time. And today we are going to begin an exploration of an inner fuel system that is very prevalent in the human collective ecosystem. And we'll begin today, which really is just a beginning of allowing something to open so that the light can shine in where it needs to and illuminate what it needs to. But every week of this month, we will continue deeper and deeper into establishing the templates of how to embody this. And for here and now, let's open to these transmissions that came through really because of you and your yes to being here. These newborn transmissions from the heart of nature. They come through as frequencies, so may they be received as frequencies. So simply relax and bathe and breathe and be here to allow them in. The frequencies are bringing forth a honed energy, unplugging from the fuel of fear. This is what nature, consciousness, wants us to awaken to now in our true nature is a fuel system unplugged from fear. So let's dive in together. And as the words come through, again, they're pointers and they are infused with frequencies. So no need to get hung up if the mind starts to churn. That's a sign to drop into your belly. So become really intimate with yourself as these are shared, and you will know exactly how to allow them to dance through. So first, to be able to unplug from fear, we need to understand and know intimately this overused fuel system. So let's do that together. Let's just get to know and shine the light of consciousness upon this fuel system of fear. And its incredibly powerful creativity. Sure. Hello. Hello. Right down, okay? Right down. Oh, right, right. Okay. There is a powerful circuit board that the human nervous system has been plugged into, building and strengthening for eons, and has become rewired by. There's a powerful circuit board that the human nervous system has been plugged into, building and strengthening for eons, and has become rewired by. All of nature, including your true nature, clearly feels this as an artificially created circuitry, which creates an imbalance of pollution in the natural unitive ecosystem. All of nature, including your true nature, clearly sees and feels this as an artificially created circuitry, which creates an imbalance of pollution in the natural unitive ecosystem. This energy system that the human collective is predominantly plugged into is primarily fueled. That's what we call a release. Thank you. A reminder to release this energy system that the human collective is predominantly plugged into is primarily fueled by the polluting fossil fuel of fear. This fear frequency is encoded to connect the embodied human animal system to a tunnel-focused, limited database to view from, to process with, and to create from. It sparks with such intensity through the powerful sensitivity of the human animal system and composes a fear-based virtual reality in a flash, which is actually a distortion of reality. All of nature, including your true nature, feels this as an artificially created circuitry, which creates an imbalance of pollution in the natural unitive ecosystem. This energy system that the human collective is predominantly plugged into is primarily fueled by the fossil fuel of fear. This fear frequency is encoded to connect the embodied human animal system to a tunnel focused, limited database to view from, to process with, and to create from. It sparks with such intensity through the powerful sensitivity of the human animal system and composes a fear-based virtual reality in a flash, which is actually a distortion of reality. So just feel for a moment this intimate searchlight of knowing and becoming familiar with a fuel system that you may have encountered in your own being at times. Just relaxing into, I see you. With soft eye, curiosity. And the exploration continues. This powerful energy source of fear, powerful energy source of fear, fuels a complex circuitry by lighting up unconscious, not met by the light of consciousness, stored vibration of emotional webs made of frequency strands of unconscious grief, unconscious frequency strands of pain, and coagulates them, weaving them into closed looped systems within. This powerful energy source of fear fuels a complex circuitry by lighting up unconscious, not yet met by the light of consciousness, stored vibration of frequency strands of unconscious grief and pain, and coagulates them, weaving them into closed looped systems within. It streams intensely powerful currents through the nervous system, flooding conditioned mental paths, blinding them and binding them with an artificial solidity of conviction. It streams intensely powerful currents through the nervous system, flooding conditioned mental pathways, blinding them and binding them with an artificial solidity of conviction. The funny thing is that the solidity of this system is a total illusion. For one glance of soft-eyed seeing, one glance of soft-eyed seeing illuminates its porous, malleable nature. The light of loving awareness simply sees through the complexity of the system. And the seeing unplugs the hijacked system from the perpetuation of the storm. The funny thing is, the solidity of the system is a total illusion. For just one glance, her soft-eyed seed illuminates its porous, malleable nature. The light of loving awareness simply sees through the complexity of the system. And the seeing unplugs the hijacked system from this perpetuation of distortion. So, yes, together here, with the support of nature consciousness, which is amplifying and reverberating and awakening our training. We can see and feel and know and meet with a soft-eyed glance, a single ray of love, light, of consciousness, this system. And by seeing it, we have begun. We have begun freeing it. So let us continue. So feel now in this container of converged intention as you fully reclaim your expanded circuitry of beingness and reciprocally interbreathe here and now with the trees and the waters and the dancing elements themselves. As you intimately gaze into the eyes of all the animal beings that your heart is intimately one with. Here, in this highly alchemical, collective boiling pot of fear, melt into this loving gaze of true seeing, and be unplugged from fear, and sense what is really here. The natural, all-sustaining source of life itself. Cohere to the limitlessness of reality and witness fear's limited compositions simply decompose. Hear the whispers of malleable potentiality flowing through the streams and rivers of your water. Bathe in the radiance of your solar plexus hub of light. And be fed by the omnidirectional heart beams shining the loving light of consciousness to all the unconscious frequency webs of grief and pain within. Unbinding them and reuniting them with your natural expanded circuitry. That breathes with the gossamer light of the moon and is fueled by the emanation of the embodiment of all of nature. Unplug from fear and sense what is really here. The natural, all-sustaining source of life itself. Cohere to the limitlessness of reality and witness fear's limited compositions simply decompose. Hear the whispers of malleable potentiality flowing through the streams and rivers of your waterways. and bathe in the radiance of your solar plexus hub of light. And be fed by the omnidirectional heart being, shining the loving light of consciousness to all the unconscious frequency webs of grief and pain within, unbinding them, reuniting them with your natural expanded circuitry that breathes with the gossamer light of the moon and is fueled by the emanation of the embodied peace of the one body of nature. And that breathes as one limitless loop of infinity. Feel the energetic leaks of distortions restored to the simple clarity of isness. And your nervous system rewired to the wireless network of the source of light itself. Feel the energetic leaks of distortions restored to the simple clarity of isness. And your nervous system rewired to the wireless network of the source of light itself. Unplugging the drop of you from fear turns the tides of the whole sea. We love you, O kindred nature beings. You can only discover the true nature of the vastness of what you are truly plugged into by pulling the plug on the fossilized fear-based system as one with us, here and now. Unplug from here with all of nature, allowing the complexities of fear's compositions to simply and naturally decompose. And one more very kind and compassionate transmission from the herd. Perhaps it feels we're leaving you hanging in a field of not knowing how to do this. Oh, beloveds, please understand with the innocent openness of your being that the process has begun, and in the quantum timelessness has also been completed. And in the patient unfurling of earth time, the steps will be clearly shown with each gentle step you take. Perhaps it feels we're leaving you hanging in a field of not knowing how to do this. But please understand, beloveds, with the innocent openness of your being, that this process has begun, and in the quantum timelessness has also been completed. And in the patient unfurling of earth time, the steps will be clearly shown. Each gentle step you take. So with humble gratitude, I bow to the earth, muzzle to the earth. And as we breathe together, feel the fresh air as it makes its way down from the mountaintop. And it flows through from high to low, through your whole being. Such gratitude to all of nature, which includes each one of us. And feel here with all of nature what is really here. And feel all of those compositions that once felt so solid. In their glorious decomposed formlessness, in their limitless malleability of potentiality. Within the drop of you, feeling the whole sea, a holographic mandala that is generated by our natural fuel of a true source of light. I have to show you this beautiful being, Khalil, who's just sometimes when we gather, he just listens and amplifies and has this emanation of a humility, which isn't his real, any of his egoic coverings. They're quite palomino. Sometimes I look and he's just with his head down, with this soft, open devotion. So beautiful. Thank you, Khalil. I love all your coatings too. So blessings, dear friends. Let's breathe in all that we have received from the source and let go of all that needs to be let go of here, back to the source. And with our fearless hearts unfurled, so let's feel the wings, these unfurled hearts touching. And reuniting with this true circuitry, breath by breath. And we'll close with the ancient tone of Om, sending out these ripples to the whole of humanity and beyond. Gratitude and so much love. Blessings.